Windows 101. Window Options. Most vinyl windows, regardless of size or style, are offered in white with double pane glass as standard. That allows the base window to be thermally efficient and maintenance-free, while offering the lowest retail price possible. From that point, any window may be enhanced or upgraded to fit the cosmetic, energy-efficient, functional, or budget needs a homeowner has. Just like optional leather interiors or navigation systems in automobiles, these optional upgrades on windows allow homeowners to create exactly the window they need. Take color, for example. Today's vinyl window may be ordered with just about any exterior color imaginable with factory-applied painted surfaces. A variety of solid colors are also available, and many models offer laminated interior wood finishes to match just about any home's decor. Each color choice allows the homeowner to customize the window, and each upgrade has a price associated with it. Grid is another cosmetic choice to consider. You may hear the grid referred to as a grill or muntin, but whatever term you prefer, you have many choices in style and pattern. There are flat grids, contoured grids, thin grids, and wide grids. All of these are available between the glass panes for easy cleaning, but some vinyl windows are available with a simulated divided light or SDL external grid. Some homeowners want to keep the rich, traditional look of individual glass panes regardless of the cleaning. There are even different patterns available. Colonial is the traditional tic-tac-toe design. Perimeter or prairie perimeter has grid all the way around the exterior of the whole window or all the way around each sash. Special window shapes have their own abundance of grid patterns and choices. A lot of architectural detail can be added to a home's facade just by altering a window's grid. The more exotic the pattern, the higher the price tag most likely. Although glass doesn't really affect the look of a window, there's probably no part of a window that can affect its performance more than the type of glass it has. Clear glass, usually included as the base model's glass, simply means it contains no special coating to improve its thermal performance. Upgrade glass usually refers to a type of low E or low emissivity glass that has been manufactured with properties to help it reflect heat. Low E glass reflects the sun's heat away from the home in the summer, and it reflects the furnace's heat back inside during the winter. Believe it or not, the layers of silver included in the low E glass determine its ability to reflect. The more layers, the more heat is reflected away. Typically, a regular low E glass will have 2 or maybe 3 layers of silver, but some types only include 1 layer and others may offer as much as 4. Low E glass is probably the most important add-on when it comes to dramatically improving the window's energy efficiency. Just think, when the window reflects heat back to where it belongs, air conditioners and furnaces don't have to work as hard, so they cost less to operate. Insulated glass panels are made up of 2 panes of glass separated by what's called a spacer. There are triple pane glass panels, but they work the same way as a double pane model does, just with an extra spacer and pane of glass. Between the panes is a sealed area that is typically full of air. However, most windows may be ordered with that airspace filled with argon gas. The gas acts like an invisible blanket for added insulation. Think of an empty swimming pool. It's easy to walk from one end to another when there's no water in the pool. But when you try to walk across a pool full of water, it gets more difficult. It's the same for hot or cold temperature. With only air between the panes, there is some insulation. But add argon and hot or cold air, it has a lot more difficulty getting through. The spacer that holds the glass panes together also has an effect on the unit's thermal performance. Spacers come in a few types, but each works the same way, keeping the panes separated and minimizing the opportunities for heat to flow through. Most common spacer systems use a frame to support the glass panes and keep them separated. To minimize heat's ability to conduct through the spacer, its edge is covered by a buffering substance called butyl. This typical spacer may be referred to as warm edge technology and simply means the glass never touches the frame of the spacer. There are other types of spacer systems, but the premise is the same. The goal is to keep the glass away from anything that conducts temperature. Whether it's a butyl that surrounds a tin frame or a thick piece of structured foam that separates and bonds to the glass, the spacer is designed to offer insulation and keep moisture from between the panes. During manufacturing, the glass panel goes through a furnace to seal the panes and spacer as one panel. There are all kinds of optional upgrades and hundreds of combinations for homeowners to consider, but most choices center around the type of glass that's best for specific thermal needs, the color that complements the home best, and the appropriate type of grid or pattern. We hope this makes understanding windows and their many options a little easier.